Financial aid packages are based on the information that you submit with your FAFSA and the profile. When you submit that information, they will send you and the colleges the amount of money that they expect you to pay based on the financial information. They determine the amount of money that they think that you're able to pay toward tuition. That amount of money is called the expected family contribution, or the EFC. That EFC, no matter how much a college costs, that EFC will never change. So for example, suppose you apply to college A and that college costs $40,000. Your expected family contribution based on the financial aid forms is $10,000. The difference in those is $30,000, and that's your financial need. If a college costs less, if the tuition and costs are $20,000, your EFC does not change. No matter where you apply, your EFC is the same. So if a college costs $20,000 and your EFC is $10,000, then your need is the difference in these two. Your need is then $10,000. Your financial aid at college B, your financial aid package, will cover $10,000 in cost. So college A, if college A is meeting your need, they're going to give you a financial aid package worth $30,000. That financial aid package is going to be made up of grants, loans, and work study. So if they're meeting your need of $30,000, college A might give you a financial aid package which looks like grants. Suppose they give you $15,000 in grants. That's just money that you can keep. Loans, $10,000 in loans. Remember, that's $10,000 a year, so that would be $40,000 after 4 years. And work study, where you're guaranteed a job for $5,000 a year. That comes up to $30,000. College A has met your need. They've met your need of $30,000. And this is actually a pretty good financial aid package because they've given you a lot of grants, and they've kept your loans fairly low, and they've given you a lot of work study. Different colleges will offer you different packages. Other colleges might give you more money in grants or less money in grants or more money in work study. So when you get the financial aid packages back from all of your colleges, you can compare them to see what actually is the best financial aid package, and that should be part of your decision making as you're choosing a college.
What scholarship should I apply for? Can I get fee waivers for my applications?
Then when it comes to looking for scholarships, I really think the best thing to do is to look locally rather than to apply for any of the national scholarships. The national scholarships are I think, probably too competitive. So local in your town, if there's an Elks Club, a Moose Club, any one of those big hat clubs, an organization in your church, any sort of association, perhaps a union connected to one of your parents, any scholarships that may be available through your college counseling office. And then another good source is when you go to your college website, the one that you finally accept. And maybe you can take a look at this even before, but I think it happens after you accept. Colleges have specific scholarships for which you can apply, and so you can look not only locally in your own hometown, but you can also look at the scholarships that are connected to the colleges in which you are interested. Then with regard to fee waivers, you can pretty much get fee waivers for your applications to college, for your SAT and all of your standardized testing, for your AP tests.
Any last-minute tips or advice?
So in terms of submitting the FAFSA, one piece of advice that I think is important is be sure that you enter your name the same way it appears on your Social Security card. and the same way it appears everywhere else. So if you have more than one name, or you have a middle initial, or you have two names, or you have, for example, an English name and a name in another language, just be sure that you're consistent, or you can really screw up the FAFSA. A lot of times students don't know what to write about in their essays, and they feel that it's got to be grand and really important, and they don't have anything to say. The best essays actually are about what one might even consider mundane, everyday events. A dinner table conversation, for example, that you remember, that has stuck with you. A note that somebody passed on a little piece of paper in class that you've saved for one reason or another because of what it says. Maybe you're on public transportation, you're on Muni, and you overheard a conversation, or you witnessed something between two people. That would be a great that has great implications in terms of your observations and what you came away from that situation with. That would be a great opening to an essay. It may just be your room, your bedroom, your sacred space. Again, it's the everyday things in your own voice that make the best essays.
Maintaining your sanity throughout this entire process. This process will make you feel like a statistic, and honestly at times it will make you feel like nothing more than a number. You will hear about other people's success, you will have parents infuriating you about deadlines, you will either be inflated by your test scores or GPA, or deflated. You may start harboring hope in an unrealistic sense on reach schools. You will feel uber competitive, you will feel sad or depressed, you will feel happy. It is pivotal in talking your way through this process. Talk to a parent, a sibling, or a close friend. Talk to them about your feelings, and don't harbor anything in. Most colleges will be lenient on certain things. They will let you know if they are missing things, such as a transcript, an SAT score, or a letter of recommendation. Rejection is a part of life. Don't take it personally if you don't get in. Make sure you convince yourself of this before you apply to competitive colleges. Note: parents, talk with your kids and make sure everything is okay. Treat them as your children and as human beings. It's easy to get carried away in this process. Last thing, don't worry. This process is as hard as you make it. Trust us, you'll get in somewhere.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.